In the heart of Nigeria, far away from the glittering lights of Lagos, there lies a quiet village that time nearly forgot. A place of red sand, tall trees, and whispered secrets. It was from this village that Idara built her empire, one girl at a time. She came like a savior. With Ankara gowns, shiny handbags, and a car that kicked up red dust wherever it passed, Idara was the woman every desperate family prayed would notice their daughter. "Your girl go work for supermarket or boutique," she would say with her sugar-sweet voice. "She go send money come house, life no go hard again." But behind that painted smile was a predator. Idara had trafficked over 80 girls in the past decade, not to supermarkets, but to the cold, dark underworld of Lagos clubs. She trained them, broke them, and pushed them into prostitution under the blinking lights of the city. In some cases, she leased them to men who saw human bodies not as people, but as tools for wealth, for pleasure, and for blood. Amaka was just 17. Her mother had no more money to send her to school. When Idara came with promises of jobs and a better life, they didn't hesitate. "God go bless you, madam," Amaka's mother had said, tears of hope in her eyes. But Lagos had no blessings for Amaka. Within weeks, she was forced into a club along Allen Avenue, forced to smile, dance, serve drinks, and sleep with men she didn't know. One night, she was taken to a hotel in Victoria Island. Waiting there was Chief Bademosi Vivur, a man of wealth and power, feared and respected. A man whose handshake was said to bring fortune and death. He had one request: "Bring me a girl with no scars, young." Fresh Idara didn't hesitate. The night Amaka entered that room was the last time she smiled. No one knows what the chief did. But by dawn, Amaka was unconscious, her body bruised, her spirit shattered. They dumped her in a private hospital in Lekki. She was bleeding, inside and out. Her cries echoed through the cold halls. "Please help me, I don't want to die." But it was too late. She bled out on the hospital bed, whispering her mother's name until her voice faded. Amaka's death didn't slow Idara down. If anything, her business grew. She now wore Brazilian wigs, drove a Range Rover, bought a house in Lekki Phase 1. Her children, safe in the UK, schooling in comfort, far from their mother's sins. "I'm doing what I must to survive," she told herself in the mirror. "The world is not kind to women like me." But she wasn't surviving, she was thriving, on the blood of the innocent. Behind her empire was a silent network. Corrupt police officers, fake pastors, club owners, and even politicians. Everyone had a cut. Everyone stayed quiet. Until Sonia came. Sonia was 15, shy, soft-spoken, and beautiful in a way that felt untouched by the world. She loved to sing in her church choir and dreamed of becoming a nurse. Idara came during harvest season. "Your daughter gets sense," she told Sonia's father. "She fit work in hospital as assistant. She go make Una proud." The family, poor and desperate, agreed. But this time, Idara wasn't working alone. A Yahoo boy named Pelumi had messaged her weeks earlier. He was desperate to level up. The Babalawo had given him only one requirement: "I need virgin blood, not just any virgin, a girl with light in her spirit." Idara sent him Sonia's photo. He sent 2 million naira as advance. Enter Inspector Gibenro, a passionate, overzealous officer with a loud voice and a sharper mind. He had been following Idara's operation quietly for 3 years, building a case. His partner, Deyemi, was more measured, the calm to Gibenro's fire. "This woman no be small fish," Dayemi would say. "She dey work with big men. We go need solid evidence." But Gabenro was impatient. When Sonia disappeared, he knew it was the final piece. He traced a bank transfer from Pelumi to Idara, then traced CCTV footage showing Idara picking Sonia from the village in her tinted Jeep. Everything was lining up. But in his excitement, Gabenro made a fatal mistake. He confronted Idara too early. It was supposed to be a quiet night. Gabenro followed Idara to a meeting at a private club in Ikoyi, where she was seen talking to Honourable Chuka Naji, a powerful politician with ties to oil contracts and church donations. Gabenro waited outside. When they exited, he stepped forward. "Idara Oku, you are under arrest for trafficking and attempted murder. I have everything." Chuka smiled. Idara didn't blink. That was the last time anyone saw Inspector Gabenro alive. His body was found 3 days later in the lagoon, hands tied, eyes missing. The message was clear: stop digging. Dayemi broke down when he saw his partner's body. Gabenro had been his friend, his brother, and now he was a warning. But Dayemi didn't stop. He went underground. No more uniforms, just shadows. He tracked Sonia's last known location to an abandoned guest house in Aya. There he found traces of blood, a torn choir robe, and a pair of handcuffs. He also found a diary. One of Idara's trafficked girls had kept notes, names, dates, payments. It was enough. He took it to the Federal Investigation Bureau, bypassing corrupt local stations. And with their help, he launched a full RICO case: racketeering, trafficking, murder, ritual abuse. They called it Operation Clean Flame. In a coordinated raid involving over 60 officers, the empire fell. Clubs were raided, documents seized, politicians arrested, bank accounts frozen. Pelumi was caught at a shrine in Ogun State, drenched in blood, screaming incoherently. The Babalawo had vanished. Sonia was found, alive, drugged, but unharmed. Idara tried to flee to Ghana, but was arrested at the Seam border, wearing a wig and fake passport. Her last words before handcuffs were, "You people don't know what you're doing. They'll come for all of you." The trial was long. Sonia testified. So did other survivors. Idara was sentenced to life in prison. Chuka Naji died in custody. Some say suicide, others say silenced. Pelumi was never the same, his mind broken by what he saw in the ritual chamber. As for Dayemi, he stood by Gabenro's grave and whispered, "We did it, brother. We brought them down." But in the quiet corners of the country, whispers remain. Because for every Idara that falls, another waits, and the darkness never sleeps.